Hello, everybody. This is Elijah Keating from WisdomSeekers.net, and today we are with Nicola, and we're doing a biofield demonstration with Jesper. And you can ask questions, but related to the biofield and energy and what we're doing. And welcome everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, and I know Nicola has questions to ask Jesper, so.
Well, actually, yes, I do. One of the things that I've been curious about is what, if there's anything that any questions you have or any ideas you have regarding a biofield and what it is and what the energies are and why this has a positive effect. Do you know
I don't know if I have any questions, because it's something that you can feel the effect of right away, and so perhaps yeah, I don't know, because I can feel what it is, so it's very detectable for me. But if you would, perhaps you could describe from what realm it would operate in, or in what kind of your structure, DNA, or it's like all over in my view. But you're the one who would know that. So
Okay. Actually, even my teacher doesn't quite understand it, and it's because we're not physics majors. But there is a lot of physics involved, scientific stuff involved, and it is detectable on scientific instruments, this type of thing. And they've done many experiments over the years about this type of energy transmission. And people call it different things depending on who you talk to. And it really is utilizing and or facilitating the energies that we are always in. And what I do is bring it from a wave form into a particle form from 0 point scalar energy, or whatever they want to call it. I've heard many terms for this, and it's actually kind of undefinable, because it comes from the void of no thing, whereas nothing and no thing. So it is fascinating to me about how it goes, because I know that we as human beings, and we are also spiritual beings. From what I understand, our spiritual aspects of who we are is much larger and much greater than our physical body. So the energies that I'm bringing down are going through your higher self, that they're the ones that determine which energies are going to be affecting your consciousness and also your subconscious. And your conscious mind is 5% of everything that you are aware of. Everything else is like kind of subconsciously below our awareness. Let's put it that way, because we don't breathe ourselves, but we can take deep breaths, right? But the breath is there all the time without us thinking about it. So that's like below our consciousness or conscious awareness. So there's this whole field that's around us, that as we focus anywhere in our life, maybe on one point, but we still have all this around us. You see what I'm saying? Even your physical body, you're in a home that's in a city, that's on in a country, that's on the planet, and the planet is, it goes on and on and on. It's infinite. Do you see what I'm saying? So I'm not even sure how I'm putting this into words, but I've been doing quite a bit of meditating on it and learning about different aspects of who we are, what our history is, where we are now, and where we're going. And right now, the biofield energy that I work on, to me, is part of increasing our awareness of who we are and that we are sovereign in this beings of that we are created, and we are created with light, with love from the divine nature of creator. And as we tap into that, things like fear disappears, things like judgment disappears, things like poverty consciousness goes away, things that are in our environment like the fires and like everything else has a spiritual aspect to it, that as we become masters of ourselves and shine our light, that up levels anyone and everything around us, because it's all consciousness. The fire has a consciousness, the floods have a consciousness, the rocks have a consciousness, the trees have a consciousness. It's all related some kind of way. And when I do these biofields, I'm tapping into the highest level of divine love, and that those energies are compacted into particles for your well-being.
Does that mean that because in the Bible, the people lived 800, 900 years, right?
Yes.
So would that mean that you'd be able to bring the people back to that kind of level, spiritual level?
Not me, but each person has that ability.
But you couldn't maybe, but you could facilitate these people to grow, to open up to this level?
I could definitely help. I don't know how, because I don't have the control, that it's the person's free will that's in control and their higher self, that whatever comes in is for their well-being. That's from what I gather, what I feel, what I see. And in the if that person taps into, including me, taps into and is fully aware of all that is, where we are everything and no thing at the same time, we have the ability to co-create with creator anything, including more years on this planet, a body that lasts hundreds and hundreds of years, whatever that is. And that I believe that, from what I understand, some yogis live way over 100 years, way over. And some yogis decide to take their spirit out of their body at the age of 60. So it's like free will with them.
Yeah.
So
It's just the reason I'm asking is because I realize Jesper has had quite a bit going on in between time, but he definitely looks younger.
oh yeah. If we access that time where there is no time and there is no thing, we stop aging.
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's an antioxidant. It's actually in your brain that will turn on a different set of hormones and chemicals and so forth and so on. And they've actually identified what the telomere, I think, is growing shorter and shorter because of our belief. Now, if we believe that we can live to 200 years old, we can do it. I mean, if we truly believe it.
Yeah. And I just noticed, as soon as Jesper came on Zoom, I noticed that he looked younger.
He does. You do look younger, Jesper.
So
In fact, there's more light around you. It could be a physical phenomenon, but I can tell that there's more light in your face.
yeah.
So that's really cool.
I feel so too.
Carly agrees.
Carly's getting younger too, right?
She's taking on a lot of my stuff, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we had dogs that did that. I had to talk to them and tell them not to do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm also in a mystery school right now, so I'm learning more of the interdimensional work that it takes, what it means to have trauma in your life and how to work with it. And it really truly is more light. Okay, more light destroys things like trauma. I'm amazed to know that. It's just I thought it was a hard process, but it's not. So I think this whole planet can use some of that. And from what I gathered from my teacher, she wants me to work as often on the biofield as I possibly can, whether I have clients or not. And because we really do need this up leveling of divine love that's pouring forth into this planet, where no one will suffer anymore. That's the golden age that I hope I can be part of.
You are part of it. So is Jesper. And
I mean, yes.
yeah.
So, Jesper, I'm just curious if you've noticed any changes since the last time, this is the first time actually, you've experienced the biofield. Usually it's in the first week that you notice changes, or if you don't notice it, that you will notice more changes after you've integrated it all.
Yes, I think I've stepped more into conscious knowing about my capability to do things at the spot, and like also be very I'm like confirmed in what I do if I want, like doing healing, like doing just from my mind, not being physically with somebody, but still knowing what is going on, and also consciously trying to do something about it. And I had like confirmation that it's actually happening. So it's also like stepping into a certain knowing of myself, and that of course is it's huge actually. It's like perhaps small steps that I would like to develop and know more about, and how to consciously do that, because I'm at like with the healing, I'm not really certain, but I just have intention, and it seems to work, so I go with it. But also having like I think also that I like more surrender to in a way to universe, or to, and yeah, and it can be because of this, but it's also because of an knowing that my that my way of acting has a profound impact, like asking for something to actually happen, and that's what we don't do very often. It's a thing that we kind of yeah, it's the easy way. It's like a fast track, just asking for it. And you said also, like last time, that I should just do that, and like ask for aid or whatever. And I think I actually did that, not thinking of what you said, but I actually did a few times, and I also acted. Yeah, I've been very. I see how I helped quite a lot of people also. Just by stepping in and saying, well, here's this and that, well, do this and that, and then seeing them changed, like from a really low state to a really high state in just by talking and doing something in 3 hours or so, like life defining for their choices, I guess.
Wow,
So
that's tremendous.
yeah.
Well, we definitely need you on this planet, Jesper. We definitely need your work. I think I saw glimpses of it when I was working with you last time. You have a lot of help, a lot of spiritual help.
Mm.
And very highly regarded in the spirit world. That's what I got. So you ready for another biofield?
Okay.
Absolutely.
Bye.
Bye.
Take
All right.
care.
Thank you.
Elisha, okay, I'm gonna have to put my cat down. She wants to wants to be in my lap. Come on now, come on. She's quite a robust weight. Okay, so if you're ready, we want to get started. And how we're going to do this is I'm going to ask you to just relax and just become in the receiving mode. And as you do this, you can take some deep breaths. And as you do this, I can take 1, 2, a couple more. So let's breathe in and out. Letting go of the day. Breathing in and out, relaxing, opening our hearts, opening ourselves to receive the highest and best. And during the time that I'm giving and facilitating the Biofield healing energy, you do not have to be in meditative state. You do not have to help me. Let me do all the work. Just be in the receiving mode and allow whatever happens to happen. If your body wants to move, let it move. You might feel some sensations. Even if it's painful, just let it be. Don't judge it. Don't try to make it go away. Just allow it. Things could be moving through. You may hear sounds. You may see colors or other visions or any emotions. Just let them be. And I'm going to go into the silence now while I work. And as I do that, just be in receiving mode. And after I'm done, I will let you know and bring you back. Enjoy. Now the Biofield healing energy session is now complete. I invite you to take a deep breath in. And when you're ready, open your eyes and come back. And if you're having trouble coming back, just come and make sure you're grounded. How are you feeling?
Bliss, grace. That's really wonderful.
Oh, very good. It's hard to come back from that. Did you notice anything? What did you notice?
I think it's last time it was around energy around the head and my again around here and here,
Yes.
and then at the last time at latter part also right down down my cheeks there was energy for some reason, and there was also energy down behind my back.
Mhm.
And then but it's like heart and third eye or connecting. It's the most it was like a constant thing I felt.
Oh, very good. I hope that was pleasant.
It was
Was it good?
it is really good. Oh yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
It's
Yes,
just
yes, yes.
sometimes it feels so we judge our feelings, right? So sometimes we judge it as, well, it wasn't very comfortable, or it was absolutely comfortable, or it was something that was a little too hot or a little too cold or whatever, you know. So, and
This is
sometimes,
just
yeah, pardon
this
me.
is just this is just very 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 gentle, like blissful energy just sweeping around, and yeah, there's absolutely no it's 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 blissful, everything.
Pretty nice.
So yeah.
Well, sometimes when I have done or received a biofield healing session, that sometimes I go to sleep almost before I had intended to, and sleep for a very deep and long time. And sometimes I have rather vivid dreams, so you may experience that.
Hmm.
I think I actually dreamed about a woman who had the biofield who came to me in a dream and said, "You're making
Hmm.
me dream too much." So
Hmm.
there's a lot of things that are mystical and magical that can occur. So I'll be curious to see what the next 2 weeks brings for you when we have
I,
our session.
I would absolutely like to dream more and be more attentive to my dreams. because I tend to just wake up and then I'm starting something, and I rarely take time to recollect what actually went on. So it's a thing that I should have a book beside me, and then
So that will definitely help. And I have awakened in the middle of the night with a dream, wrote it down, and then I dreamed the whole dream all over again.
yeah,
I've had that happen to me.
yeah.
And it was very, very strange dream about being in school. So a lot of times that's where we go in our dream state, is we go to a spiritual school. I call it the Temple of Wisdom.
Yes.
So dreams can be really fun to interpret. So
Yeah.
yeah, and sometimes they can be very distressing. You wonder, well, what was that about? And sometimes when we have a dream that's unpleasant, that the message is that that's the contrast that you're letting go of and not wanting in your life. That it's just that I have seen some of that, and it's not very pleasant because there's a lot of trauma in the world, so we can actually release that in the dream state. So I think that is it. The journey is amazing for all of us who are drawn to being more loving and contributing more to the healing of ourselves and others. So that's a very beautiful and well-respected journey.
I can testify to that.
So do you have any other things that you'd like to share or any questions?
What did you notice anything here going on that Isaac?
Yes, I was quite touched by the spiritual helpers you have. They are amazing, and your higher self is amazing, and it's blowing me away in a sense because I've not ever seen this in my experience. I think you're only the third man I've done. So you have the help of the highest seraphim angels, and they're quite powerful, and they're in fact kind of scary looking. Do you know what they are?
Do you say serpent?
No,
Angels.
seraphim angels.
Seraphim. I know the name, but not much more than that. I know them from the Bible. They are there.
Well, these particular, I guess there's many orders of the seraphim, and these are the highest, and they have dragon energy. And it's very powerful and very sweet, and they're helping you. They're really working with you, and I get the sense, now I may be wrong about this, but you are kind of an initiate with them, or you're part of that order some kind of way. That's what I got.
Oh.
Now I may be wrong, but so, and that's not actually part of Biofield. That's my intuition talking there, and what I'm seeing when I go into that deep state.
It is interesting because last week I've only recalled, I think yesterday, because I was so busy. I was at a camp as a facility there. I didn't have much time to think of anything, but I actually had in a meditation, or I had a few hours, and I actually saw a dragon it was, yeah, and I was kind of amazed that it was kind of small and kind of a little thick. And is this a dragon? I thought, well, I'm not.
Well, they come to you in ways that you can understand.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, perhaps it was just a little cute thing. I don't know.
Okay, it'd be a cute thing to let you know, to not be afraid of that they can make themselves very small, microscopic, all the way up to as big as the universe. They're that kind of power. I'll tell you a little story. Many, many years ago, at the time I became spiritually awakened, there was the death of someone very close to me, and I went to some people who were like mediums, and they were helping me to communicate with my deceased brother. And I had had a dream the night before that I went into a room and I knocked on a wall, and out came a little tiny blue fairy. And during this time that the mediums were together with me, the two of them, and then me, I said they had a hard time communicating with my brother. So then I said, well, what about me bringing my blue fairy here? And they said, go ahead, bring your blue fairy. Because as a child, I believed in blue fairies. And so when they asked for my blue fairy to come into and assist, the room lit up. It was a dark room. The room went to a major light, and the little tiny candles flame went flying up. And they said, this is no fairy. This is a very powerful angel. And then they were able to communicate with my brother. So there's some magical, amazing things that can happen. So that that powerful dragon, the seraphim, is way powerful, is almost like the universe, like the second in command to the creator. And so they can create themselves to be teeny tiny or really big. And I think that's with probably every angelic order. So it's truly amazing, this work, what we can be aware of and have access to like never before.
These sessions are just amazing.
Yes. So be open, and like in the time that you were receiving this energy, just to be open to possibilities of more magic and more beauty and more love than you've ever had experienced before. Okay?
Thank you.
You're
so much.
welcome. It was a pleasure and an honor to work with you. So with that, I say
It's
good night.
my honor. This is my honor. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Accept. Good
Yeah.
night.